Hello everybody, good morning. Today we're going to try to make, well, it's my first time making them, so we're going to try to make for the first time Rellenitos de Plátano, or in English I guess that would translate to stuffed plantains. And it's a dessert from Guatemala, that's where I'm from, and it's really delicious and it's easy to make. So here is what you need. You need 6 ripe plantains, cut up. So you wash them and you cut them up. You need some black refried beans, some sugar. Usually it's white sugar, but I am running low on white sugar at this time, so I'm going to use some cane sugar. You need some oil, and you need some white sugar. That's all the white sugar I have left. So I'm going to try to use both the cane sugar and the white sugar. So that's basically all you need to make this dessert. 6 ripe plantains, some refried beans, oil, and either brown sugar or white sugar, whatever you have the most of. So that's our ingredients, and now we're going to go into our first step. Okay, our first step, as you can see here, is we're going to take all the plantains that we cut up in pieces and we're going to put them in a container, and we're going to put water over them and just let them boil. You don't want to do this too much. If they boil for too long, they're going to get too mushy and soggy. So you just want to let it boil, but not to get it soft, because we're going to smash them up, and that's our next step. But just put them in water and let them boil for a while. That's our first step. Okay, our third step, while we wait for the plantains to boil, we're going to come over here and might sound odd, but we're going to put some sugar in the refried beans, in the black refried beans. Now I know usually we don't eat beans with sugar, but trust me, the taste is delicious, and because this is a dessert, it kind of goes with it. So we're just going to put a little sugar in the black beans. There's not a certain amount. You do it to your own taste. If you like sweet, put more. If you don't like a sweet, put less. So that's going to be our next step. We're going to start putting some sugar in our black beans. Okay, so I just turned off the heat here, and I think we're ready to move. The plantains look like they're coming out of their skin, so I think that means they're ready. And our beans here have already been sweetened. They taste delicious. So now we're going to go on to step 2. Step 2, actually no, well, yeah, that is step 2. I'm not sure what step I'm on, but the next thing we do now is we're going to take the water out, and we're going to just take the skin off the plantains. That is our next step. So be careful that you don't burn yourself with the boiling water. Okay, so after we drain all the water, we have to peel them. They're very hot, so be careful when you peel them, because you're going to burn your little fingers. So after we peel them, we're going to transfer them back to the container where they were, and that's our next step, okay? Have fun peeling them. Okay, now that they're all peeled, the next step, of course, is to smash them up. We're going to smash them up and make them all become one. That's our next step. Okay, well now all the plantains are smashed up together and they're one, so we're going to go ahead and go into the next step. Make sure you smash them very well so that they blend very well together. Okay, now we're on to our next step. Okay, so this is our next step. To do these, you're gonna take the plantains you smashed up, and you're gonna make a little ball like this. Okay, the ball can be as big as you want or as small as you want. It all depends on how big you want your Rellenitos de Plátano to be. So you're gonna make a ball like this, and you can either squish it with something once it's done, like this, or you can, make it, learn how to do it like a tortilla by hand. So, make it like a tortilla. Doesn't have to be a perfectly round tortilla, but it has to be flat like a tortilla. Make sure you don't make it too thin, because if you make it too thin, you're gonna have to fold this, and if you make it too thin, it's going to it's going to break. So after we make the tortilla, well, it's not a tortilla, it's, plantain, but after we make it like this, we're going to go ahead and come over here and put our sweet beans inside like this. Not too many, just enough. And after we do that, we're going to go ahead and take this and fold it in like this. And just, oops, a little bit got out on me right there. But we're going to try to seal it. I'm going to have to pick it up. But we're going to seal it from all ends so that none of the beans get out. So let's try to seal this all the way around. If it breaks on you, just go ahead and seal it all the way around. You can even add a little more masa to it, to help you keep the beans inside. So it's like a stuffed bean plantain roll. I guess that's what we can call it in English. You just have to, there's mine so far. Doesn't have to be perfect, but like I said, it's my first time doing these, so obviously mine are not going to be picture perfect yet, but you can kind of get the idea. And as we do more and more of these along the way, they'll get better. So there it is. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it here with the ones I've already done. And once after we do these, I'm going to go on to the next step, okay? So I'm gonna do the rest now, and after that we're gonna go ahead and do the last step. And now we're frying them, and just not a lot, just till they get nice and brown on both sides, and then we'll go into the last part. Okay, so fry them, not too much, just a little brown on each side. Okay. Okay, and we are all done. Once they're nice and fried, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of sugar on them. As you can see, I kind of maybe put too much sugar on them, but they're just as good, and you just wait for them to cool off a little bit and enjoy. And that's how you make Rellenitos de Platano. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave me a comment. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.